But welcome in, Mouse. And yeah, folks, if you're not already, and I can't imagine why you would be, but if you're not, follow Waffle Mouse. She is a fantastic part of our Long Dark community here on Twitch. A super chill streamer. Mostly plays TLD, but does play some other games, as you have seen. And honestly, one of my favorite places to hang out when I myself am not streaming. And if you came, well, first off, Mouse, if you need to do any post-stream streamer care, hydrate, medicate, snackinate, please feel free to do so. Yeah, we are big supporters of streamer care here on this very channel. And if you came with Mouse and you don't know me, hi, I'm Trooper Barry. I call myself a variety streamer who happens to play a good bit of the Long Dark, which we are doing here just now. I am, perhaps foolishly, laying the groundwork to try the achievement where you stay in Langston Mine for 25 days, and we're going to do it without Settled Mind. It can be done, but not easily. So I currently have a trade in for 10 cans of peaches. What are you? That's a shell casing. Boo. That's a shell casing. Boo. And we just had a blizzard, so there's some fresh beachcombing to be had. That's an actual rifle cartridge. I mean, I guess? Fine. Fine. I don't know why. I'm not doing gunsmithing. Absolutely not. Anyway, yeah, so I got an order in for 10 cans of peaches. Why? But I've also managed to procure 50 units of vitamin C tablets. So I'm frantically refreshing our trades, just like a bag of salt here, some flour there, and I'm trying to get someone to offer us caffeine pills. We're about 640 days in. I've seen them exactly once. And I got some, but nowhere near enough. Certainly not for 25 days. So my thinking is we want caffeine pills. We also want peaches or like peach pies and pemmican bars, because those both give energy. And anything we can do to keep the condition damage from shellcasing again. Anything from the condition damage from 0 energy will be much appreciated. Because birch bark tea can only do so much. Okay. More cattail. Fine. Steak? Steak. Steak? Steak. Yeah, as beachcombing goes, this has been, I dare say, aggressively mid. If I may use one of the young people words. We got sticks and rifle shell casings, and that's about it. Honestly, I mean, I don't mean to turn my nose up at free loot. Of course, I am a loot goblin. More is better. But I did have my hopes that maybe the game would be, wow, climbing socks, wow. And maybe the game would be generous enough to bless us with a maple sapling or two. Because if we could get those and cure those, we could have Sutherland offer us some coffee, of which we currently have none. But alas. On a plus side, I do see some fir limbs out here, so we can get to hacking on those. So what did you get up to in the far territory there, Mouse? You know, you got your camera and made it back out. Ah, nice. So you went to my favorite of the far territories, Sundered Pass. How was your time there? No, hang on. Gosh dang it. Come on. Computer's acting up. Anyway. Nope, that's cedar. We don't. Well, I I don't not want cedar. How's our hatchet? Eh, it's seen better days. No, let's focus on the fur, which is a statement that could be very much taken out of context here on Al Gore's internet. Okay, let's. Yeah, it's getting a little late. Let's loop back because there can be a good number of limbs here along the OG shoreline. We'll harvest any fur we find, and I'll grab what fur we have left at the Quonset, and then ship that over to Misanthropes. Also, hey Jeff the Jar, welcome in. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I mean it's almost certainly not a good idea, but I mean at this point we have I did the math earlier. We have a calendar year to go to get to 1,000 days. Less so now. I think we had less than 365 days. So I might be a little more expansive in where I'm willing to take Astrid. If I can break her crippling addiction to Coastal Highway, that might be good. Because we've been here like 150 days at this run. But climbing rope, really. But it just, I feel like, other than the achievement, there's no good reason to do what I'm about to make our girl do. You say real maple syrup on your pancakes? That is a classic choice. Very sensible. Are you? No, you're regular jerks. Okay, that's fine. You also like chocolate chip pancakes, but those you eat with no syrup. Sensible, because I think we earlier, Mouse, we were having a discussion of like sweet breakfast versus savory breakfast, and are pancakes definitionally a sweet food? And I mean, I'm of the opinion that any meal can be breakfast in your heart. And yeah, if you have like bacon and sausage, some eggs, I mean, spiritually, is that not breakfast? Regardless of if you're having it for lunch, dinner, fourth meal, whatever. Okay, no, you're cedar. We do not want. You agree, Jeff? Thank you. Yeah, as part of the reason I say that I have been exposed to savory pancakes well here, and I've seen people put like cheese on waffles. Okay, it's wrong kind of limb. And I'm not saying like yay or nay, like one is better, but for me, I I prefer a savory breakfast. You say American pancakes are definitionally sweet, but they don't have to be breakfast. Okay, I can support that. German pancakes can be topped with sweet or savory things. Now, what kind of savory things? I am curious. Like you could sprinkle maybe like cured meat, perhaps cheese. I'm sure there's a great many uh, toppings for savory pancakes. I'm just again, the midnight streamer brain is not necessarily cooperating. Okay, checking. Yeah, we're not going to wander too far from the road, at least today. That's a branch. Nope, nothing over there. Okay, yeah, we are going to be moving slow, but that's all right. At least we're not moving slow and stinky. Okay. Oh, German pancakes, almost crepe-like. You can top or fill them mushrooms, sauce, sausages, veggies. Sure, yeah. And now, and now Twitch chat has fulfilled its duty of making streamer hungry, which is dangerous for me given the hour. Almost like an omelet. Sure, yeah. And I would say that's kind of the we have these Beijing style pancakes here, which are kind of similar, except they make them and they also include fried wonton in there as well, which makes them nice and crispy. So you have the outer layer, you'll have the wonton, and then they will whatever fillings like a char siu or Peking duck or like say grilled fish. It is. It's there's a place. I think it's about a 30-minute walk away from me in the next neighborhood over. They specialize in that. It is real good. Do we? Okay, we barely have. Okay. Before we go on, here, just have one of those. There we go. Get a little carrying capacity too. And that did give us energy. Okay. So experiment confirmed. Yeah, pemmican bars don't give you a lot of energy, but they do give you some. So that's another potential source for the mine. But yeah, it's the unfortunately, for whatever reason, they stopped delivering. Like they, or at least with any of the main food delivery services here. So if I want to have them, and I really do, because I like them a lot. I discovered them like early in the pandemic, and they've been like a go-to thing of mine ever since. But since they stopped delivering here, I have to I have to pick up or I have to go without, which hurts my heart because it is so good. All right, well, how much fur do I have? 18. Wow, we might be able to do this. I thought I might have to make a swing up through the top of the zone, but we get like one or two in DP or crumbling. We could be just fine, which is great for me. We can get back to our series of shuttle runs with our man Sutherland. Remember there's a good chips and pretzel that delivered to your front door. Charlie's Chips, huh? I have not. Can't say I've heard of them. They sold to a group of investors, pretty much ran the company into the ground. Well, yeah, that sounds familiar. But hey, I mean, yeah, sure, the people who were working with the company or the people who had come to rely on the company, yeah, sure, they might be shit out of luck, but yeah, the owners got paid, and in the end, isn't that what's truly important? Anyway, oh yeah, that reminds me. Yeah, the Lucifer. I haven't seen it in a good long while, even though the scratchings are here. Not, not that I'm in a moose hunting mood in particular. All right, I don't see fur limbs, so we'll go ahead and have Astrid call it a night. You leave your chips tins in the front porch so they come by often to refill. Wow, that's yeah, that is the level of service you're just not going to get these days. I mean, hell, in the modern economy, like you leave something like that on your porch, someone's likely to come up and snatch it. I guess porch pirates are very much a thing. I don't order a bunch of stuff, but I do hear from other people that it is an unfortunately common occurrence. All right, hang on, girl. We'll feed you. Full piece, full piece.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Okay, let me find my firewood pile, and we can do some sorting. Actually, yeah. Why don't I just give her that now? Make doubly sure it says cooked. Otherwise, it could be an issue. Oh, water. Okay. Where? Actually, never mind. Level ruined bear meat. Yeah, I know. It's the dinner of champions. Fine. Just grab it all. Okay. Now we're gonna drop all the cedar. Oh, we have exactly 30. Amazing. Okay, you go there. Gonna drop the fur by the door. All 30 kilograms worth.
I need to find a place to rest.
Astrid. Come on, girl. You know I got you. The rot adds extra flavor. Yeah, not wrong. I'm still unburdened. Wow. Yeah, those pemmican buffs are good. Okay. So we have the wood we need, so we can focus on just going to DP and crumbling and doing a bit of the beachcombing. Okay, 640, nice round number. Here, go ahead and give me another 2. Let's get that bar full up. Okay. What do I have? Not enough. That's okay. Sure. We'll have some ruined moose. Just to get some variety into our girl's diet. There we go. Good. Now, before we depart, let's stop by Misanthropes, because I do have a big stash of water there. I'll grab some of that for the road. And then we will comb the beaches. And keeping our fingers crossed for some juicy finds. Oh dear. Okay. Saw the motion at the corner of my eye, and the reflexes kicked in. And what am I? Am I carrying it? I'm carrying birch bark. I don't know why. Okay, our antibiotics have gone off. Hooray. Oh, I'm carrying the spare climbing socks. I can ditch those at Misanthropes. Just break that down. Okay, so I am carrying some stuff I might not... Well, you know what? I'm right here. And it's early. Yeah, because who knows? Who knows what wonders await us just on the other side of that weak ice. You gotta go to lurk? No worries. Thank you so much again for the raid, Mouse. Have a great rest of your night. And thanks again for bringing your people by and trusting me with your community. Because what did I need in addition to the fur? 5 liters of water. Easy. Easy peasy. Okay. You go in there. You're almost full. No. There we go. That's fine. Oh, yeah. There we are. Don't move those over. That would be bad.
That guy who drank his own pee doesn't seem so crazy right now.
Astrid, we have company. Please stop with the pee talk. I swear, you survive one apocalypse and all your social graces just go to pot. It's sad, is what it is. There we go. 10-ish. Well, no, 10-ish of carry capacity, but we're going to grab some water, so that might change. It will change. Hey, B. Welcome in. So good to see you. How's things? I hope your week is off to a good start. Let me give B a proper welcome as well.
Aren't I? Can I still? Why? Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, I didn't put on the crampons. Good grief.
Oh, I think I saw the killer tuna sign of them. That must have been an old clip. But good to see you, B. You find us in the middle of me possibly making some questionable decisions and pursuing some, well, I've talked myself into doing the Langston Mine achievement, the one where you're supposed to stay in the mine for 25 consecutive days. Like a sensible person would just start a new run, make sure they had settled mind taken, so you can sleep indoors and not worry about cabin fever. But I've talked myself into trying to do it on this run, which predates settled mind. So we're kind of loading up on peaches for pie, cured meat for and rose hips for pemmican bars, and if we can get our hands on them, caffeine pills. I've been slowly like rotating through, like just doing little trays, trying to refresh and get Sutherland to offer us the good stuff. Unfortunately, he hasn't been forthcoming so far. I did load up on vitamin C tablets, thankfully, so we won't have to worry about that. So scurvy won't be an issue while we're down there, which means we don't have to concern ourselves with fish. Instead, we just need, 75,000 calories, 25 days worth of water. Oh, and something to pass the time once cabin fever kicks in, and something to mitigate the continuous loss of 1% health per hour from fatigue. Because at some point, we're not going to be able to sleep. Now, I have what I thought like the beginnings of an idea, of a concept, of a plan. But I really want to, I want to pick Bashrobe's brain and see I'm almost certainly forgetting something. Because I know Bash has done this without Settled Mind. And if I'm honest, part of the reason is just because it's an achievement. This is an achievement hunting run, and our store of unsecured achievements is getting low. One, the misery one, we can't do on this file because it's not misery. There is the cougar, they survive 25 cougar attacks, which I refuse to do until we get the 1,000-day achievement, which we're also steadily working towards. But the one thing we can do in the short to medium term, as we continue working toward those 1,000 days, and which theoretically doesn't involve immediate peril, is trying to just spend 25 days in the mine without going stir crazy. So yeah, that's where Achievement Astrid is at just now. All right. There are probably going to be 2 wolves here. There's one. Say if they present themselves. Actually, there's one way down there in the corner. You know what? Sure. Oh, yeah, they're both there. Perfect. We'll deal with them now. And we'll beachcomb on the way back. Maybe we harvest them, maybe we don't. Is that a third one? That's a third one. And it's got something. Well, I don't even know if I can safely go back here, but we're going to try. Fuck you. Make me break my arrow, will you? You know what? I'm so cross with them. I might just leave them there to rot. Normally, we're all about harvesting all of our kills, making full use of the bounty nature provides. But sometimes you just gotta say, fuck them wolves. Well, okay, I did say we were only going to comb on the way back, but screw it, we're here. Sticks? No. Cattail heads? No. Not the most inspiring start, but that's alright. Okay, don't see anything. Moving swiftly on. No, 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 we don't. I know that that's a fir limb right there. We don't need one right now. Thank you. Let's focus up. Also, is that... No, that's a rock. Okay. I was gonna say, 4 wolves in crumbling? Seems excessive. But then again, consider, consider what settings we're on. So, is it that surprising? Arguably, no. It's a small zone, but it's still a zone. And it has been a good long while since we came through here to do our mapping. So speaking of discarded projects. All right. Cloth, fine. Another shell casing. Good grief. Birch bark, yes, please. I don't know why it's so hopped up on giving me shell casings. But I refuse to go gunsmithing. Socks? Well, it's more cloth, I suppose. All right. I threw basically all my unprocessed birch bark at the trade to get our vitamin C tablets. So, yeah, fish. A hatchet.
Perfect.
Actually, in decent, well, better condition than we have. And then another fish. Okay, I think we're done here. All right, that was a C minus effort from Crumbling Highway here, as beachcombing goes. You know, points for the tool, points for the birch bark, but yeah. Oh yeah, if we ever do get those caffeine pills, we're gonna need, oh, crow feathers we have, water we can easily get, but we're gonna need another, what? If we go max, we're gonna need another 90 harvestable plants. Which at this rate is probably gonna mean dipping into our rosehip stores, which does not spark joy, but we do need to keep the bigger picture in mind. Oh, right. We got to go up and over here. I've been here before. I mean, there's lots of old man's beard around to harvest, but I want to focus on the birch bark because that comes back on the regular. The only other way we're getting fresh OMB is if it washes up in beachcombing, and that's not exactly reliable, as we're seeing. I'm leaving behind some mushrooms as well, but honestly, that's mostly in case we need for, say, if there's a particularly bad accident in the, right, I accidentally eat raw predator meat, and I need to get, I need like a short notice antibiotics, because it's unlikely we're gonna make a lot of prepper pies. Although those, well, do they? No, I don't think they give energy. I'll let you check when we get out. Apparently, they're one of the recipes that gives some. Right, they increase your outdoor time to like take the edge off cap when you have like full blown cabin fever, but only like a little bit. And given the hassle involved in making prepper pie, you got your reishi, you need burdock, you got to make acorn grounds. I don't know if it's necessarily worth it. I mean, you do get that instant healing, big instant healing. Let me check. Yeah, you get condition. You don't and eases cabin fever. You don't get energy, which is fine. I mean, if it gave you energy and instant 25% healing, that would be. I mean, it would be a superfood, like pemmican tier. Yep. Thank you. I'll get bent. That is my last bandage. That's not good. Good thing we grabbed some cloth. Okay, on with the show. Actually, while we're here, wait, do I still have those? I still have the vitamin C tablets on me. Why do I still have those? Because you didn't put them in a locker. You brain genius. All right, well. Hmm. We are going to need to make some arrows. I saw that wolf right over there. Do we? Yeah. It's going to bother us on the way out. We might as well. This is our lot in life. Playing dog catcher. Hey, don't you ignore me. Don't you ignore me. Don't think I don't see what you're doing. Can I get over this? I might not be able to. There we go. Oh, come on. Come on. You're not even trying. Okay, let's go straight to the far side, and then we'll efficiently work our way back. Admittedly, we have been slacking on our wolf slaughter in recent streams, and we've been focusing on other projects and staying in coastal, where at least everything in the Quonset, Misanthropes, Jackrabbit radius has already been killed. So our numbers are not climbing with the alacrity they once were. But once we start traveling again, whenever that is, that should change. You are fish. I might. Okay, that's an ore. We can leave that. That's close. I might take those fish up to the lighthouse. Oh, Moosin? Moosin is not here. Honestly, that's fine. It might be up on the bridge, but we don't care about that, 'cause we're not going that way. Do we have any other business here? No, I mean we got snacks by the Riken and up at the lighthouse if need be. But yeah, we're not here to hunt, except for beachcombing loot. So yeah, I think we'll sweep up, and if it's too late or we're too tired, we'll just sleep somewhere convenient and then make the rest of the trip back on the morrow. Okay, yeah, oh. Right, yeah, we're trading for peaches. I had to remind myself there for a second. I mean, we have all the fur we need. And we make the water. So yeah, so now we're just, well, partly sating my curiosity, partly hoping against hope we'll get some more free maple saplings. And, if I'm honest, getting a change of scenery. Because we have been in coastal for, I guess, what must be weeks on end. Ever since we came back from our excursion, yeah, our road trip for the unique recipe achievement when we went to Timberwolf to get maple syrup and peaches, and then we did end up doing a bunch of cooking at the bingo hall. Okay, wolf over there. We are in bear territory. So probably don't want to linger. Do we have to? Do we have to? We don't have to. Okay. Is that? No, no. I say, did a canoe wash up there? No, it's too far from the shore, and it's not the right color red. All right. Well, then let us pivot and see if the game has blessed us with any loot worthy of the name. Birch bark. Lovely. Oh yeah, I forgot to remember to rip up those socks once we return. Shoes? Steak? How are we for firewood? Oh, bandage. Well, that's handy. Not sure how it's still dry, but I'm not going to complain. Oh, yeah, there's traveling crows. That's fine. All right, at some point, well, no, I say at some point we're going to need to, like, actually start with the hauling process. Taking whatever it is we're going to take to, at the very least, to transfer pass, have that as a staging area. But like I was saying earlier, I kind of feel like it would be wiser if we... it'd be wiser if we were to, like, do all the cooking and the prep work just here ahead of time, and then just take, like, the finished pies, the pemmican bars, travel with those, and then just, like, make water there. So, and my thinking there is, again, just to maximize the time we spend outdoors before we go in the mine for good. I mean, for good, for 25 days. Not for good. God, I do not intend for the run to end there. Oh. But and again, this might just be me being overly cautious or overly cowardly. But I'd like to hear from someone who has done it and, you know, check my to-do list against theirs. All right, got some. Oh, speaking of OMB and MRE and a little RW and an MF. Hey now. That's rude. All right. Well, no, gosh, it's about to take my hands off the keyboard for a second. Then every time I think about that, the weak ice indicator pops. Are you sure you want to do that? It's getting a little late. You gotta remember we do have those two fish over here behind the lighthouse. And we are a little stinky. And when we pick up those fish, we will be much more stinky. But I might. Yeah, it is. It's on the late side. What I might do is just spend the night in the lighthouse. After we finish the little circuit here. I see you there. The oar, paddle. Guess we might as well. Okay. 1, 2, 3. That's probably because you can't. But we will be drawing some attention now. Okay. Oh, hang on. That's actually too far. So we're gonna goat over here. I'll leave them on the snow. That way they're nice and visible. Well, snow-ish. Oh wow, that bass is actually 92%. That is remarkably fresh. And just in time for us to lose unburdened. Wires, steak, wood, another fish.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
You just picked up a whole salmon, girl. Actually, that one was 46%. Wow. It is curious to see fish, like beach-coned fish, in like decent condition. Usually, like they're all ruined. I guess there are in fact more fish in the sea, and some of them are not absolutely rotten to the core. Imagine that. Okay. And we can goat up to the lighthouse, but if we're going to be carrying 4 large fish on it, it's going to be a slow goat. Are we good? We're good. Yeah, well, we'll leave those buns be. should I bring that fur back? Yeah, we can bring the fur back with us. Ice. If we're going to cook a fish or two for dinner and then breakfast, if we even need to, or we might have food up there already. We probably do. Now, where? Oh, right, I overshot. Yeah, this... I've done this goat before. I should know this. One, two, three, four. Yep. A very methodical, very fishy goat. Alright, come on now. There you go, Astrid. Go up and over. That's a girl.
All I can think about is food.
You're carrying 4 fish. Are you... Is that what you're thinking about? I can understand why. Okay. We are not getting tailed, are we? I don't believe so. Can wolves cross bridges? I mean, maybe? I think we're all right, though. Okay.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Astrid, the goal is in sight. Yeah, let's pucker those cheeks. Okay, one more crazy Ivan. We are just fine. And looky there. We left ourselves a lot of snacks. Hooray for us. Okay, drop, 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 and drop. Yeah, we just pulled this out of the sea. It'll probably be extra spicy. Okay. Yeah, I don't really feel like making the trip back to... Yeah, don't want to go back to coastal tonight. All right. Did I grab... No. All right. That's a remarkable amount of... Oh, those antibiotics are ruined as well. You got excited there for a second. We could use some non-ruined antibiotics, but we might have to trade for those. Well, doing a bicycle. Well, that's one of them there city folk things. I left those there. Well, they can stay there now. And you know what? Those can stay too. Yeah, them fancy two-wheelers. Yeah, we got pickups and we got sedans, and you know what more does a proud Canadian who's you know what more does a proud Canadian of Great Bear need? Well, a lot of things. Excuse me. But yeah, there are definitely some things that could be added that would make it, feel it would make the places feel more lived in, certainly. But I guess how how would you how would you like would you want to be riding a bicycle from a first person perspective? That's that sounds that sounds like some motion sickness just waiting to happen. I don't know, but hey, maybe in Black Frost, we've already seen that they're planning to have. I mean, there is a shot of a character on a horse, and if you're going to have a horse, how much of a jump is it to have a character on a bicycle? Now you probably need to be one of those fat tire bicycles, and I did see plenty of those up in Canada. But I mean, we know they exist. We know people have them, so it's not that outlandish, I suppose. Oh gosh, we did pick up a lot of painkillers. Snowmobile Miss Pac-Man? Yeah, could do, could do. I guess yeah. The question there would be like, why does that technology work when most everything else doesn't? Like that's in the snowmobile would be yeah, yeah. If you if it's deep, not like muskeg deep, but like actual coastal ice. Yeah, 'cause that would be a one-way trip. Okay. Um, repairs, nothing pressing. Don't want to process those. We want to save those for a future trade. We'll bring the fur back with us. That's all fine. No spare clothes. We'll grab snacks before we head back. That'll break whenever. Wait, what? Why are my flare shells losing condition? That's odd. Huh. I wonder if that would affect like their reliability when they fire. They just talk about non-functional props. I say, oh, okay. I thought we were like things. They're talking about things to use. But yeah, I mean, yeah, someone will certainly have a snow machine somewhere. Need to power a solar power snowmobile versus any car. Well, good. They do have that one the electric vehicle charger at the closet, so maybe. Who knows? Okay, let me give Astrid a. It's a little early. She's gonna wake up in the middle of the night, but oh well. And in Aurora, because why not? Is the lighthouse sending out Morse code? Is that what I'm hearing? All right, let's at least get to daybreak. Are we there? Pretty much. All right. We'll do our quick journal check. So we have survived 641 days. 155 of those in coastal. Yeah, so we have less than a calendar year to go. Let's see. If they did a biking, but it would feel like Generation Zero. I have tried Generation Zero, and yeah, the bikes were a big part of that. Presumably because none of those Swedish kids had driver's license. I mean, I am assuming that the world of Black Frost will be larger if you're gonna have like multiple people, actual like communities, like NPCs to interact with. So yeah, you might need some way to travel other than walking. A bicycle would be the next most logical step in a world where technology has otherwise been fried by the Aurora. Let's see. 641. Hourly for wolf kills. 838. Hey, palindrome. Okay. Does it keep track of auroras? I know it keeps track of blizzards. It does not. Oh well. That's fine. Hey, it is 1 in the morning. So I think we are going to leave it there. Okay, yeah, so we didn't actually get our caffeine pills, but we got some peaches and we got more on the way. And we actually got out a coastal highway for a change. So we got that going for us, which is nice. Yeah, we're going to leave it there. So, folks, thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight. Appreciate you all. Thank you to Waffle Mouse for the raid. And thank you to Ghoulish for the follow. And thanks to people for hanging out and chatting. Ghoulish, Miss Pac-Man, Brady Bee, Waffle Mouse, Brave Little Bee, Jeff, Martian, and Andrea as well. Yeah, thanks to all of you. Okay, so tomorrow, I don't normally stream Tuesdays, but I have early access to a demo that I got via Keymailer, and it's a game I've been looking forward to for a while. So we're gonna do that tomorrow, same time, same channel. I don't know how long it's gonna be. We'll deal with that when we get to it, but I am looking forward to being able to show that off to all of you. Can I say which one? I think I can. It's called Akatori. It's a well, here, let me pull that up real quick. Yeah, so it's a Metroidvania. You use a fancy your staff to fight, jump, explore. Um, it is from it's from a studio. Actually, I think they're based in Kazakhstan, at least according to their LinkedIn profile. Anyway, it looks neat. I've had it on my wish list for a while, and I'm gonna get a chance to show that off before the demo goes into the Next Fest, which starts next Monday, actually. Wow. Yeah, we're gonna leave it there. And since we are past midnight, uh, Gonghae Fok Choi to anyone celebrating Lunar New Year. And YouTube friends, thank you for hanging out with me. We'll see you next time, and bye for now.